I wonder, oh, I wonder what it means to you, my boo. Yeah, I wonder what it means to you, my boo. That's what I do when I'm like thinking of something to write down. Like, I get a hook stuck in my head and I'm just like, okay, can I make something out of this? Like, that's essentially what it was. It's called Denver by Jake Harlow. Like, it's a decent song. I like it. This is on my like list, so like, of course, I have to fucking like this shit, bro. But every time I listen to Jake Harlow, it kind of reminds me of when I was back in the hospital at, I think it was Princeton, because Industry Baby came out at that time and it was big and it was on the radio. And I was just fucking, I was like walking in to the fucking food eating area, and they were playing the music in the morning because they let us listen to the radio in the morning. So like, mental hospitals are basically like jails, but you're much more comfortable. Like, the only uncomfortable thing about it is the people that are there and the fact that you can't leave. Like, they'll be telling you like, yeah, you can leave, and it's like they keep your hopes up. But then, like, you don't know why, you don't know how you can leave. So you're just sitting there like, what the fuck do you mean I can leave? If I can leave, can I leave right now? And that's how they know that you're not ready. But really, all you have to do is take the fucking shot. And then they're like, okay, you're ready. Because this is how they do it. They'll tell you this. They'll be like, all right, if you take the medication for fucking, if you take the medication, we'll keep you under observation for 2 weeks. If you take the shot, you'll be out within a week, 5 days. Like, they'll get you out quick. But it depends on where you're at too, because they will kind of trick you. They'll ask you, they'll be like, hey, do you want to go involuntarily, or are you involuntary? And you're just sitting there like, this was me. I was like, bro, I don't want to go. Like, I just simply don't want to go. Like, I'm just saying that. I'm not saying that I'm involuntary, but I'm saying that I don't want to go. But the fact that you say that you don't want to go, they walk away. They're like, okay, we get you. They walk away and they're like, involuntary. You have to be like, okay, I voluntarily go into the hospital. I voluntarily admit myself to the hospital. And then they're like, okay. So that is essentially what Jake Harlow reminds me of. And it reminds me of such a hard time. Such a hard time. But it's not bad. Like, I'm not saying that I hate his music, that it makes me feel so bad. I'm just saying that, like, that's what it reminds me of, you know? It brings me back there. And I'm just sitting there like, damn, bro, it was a really long time. Like, it's been about 3 years now since I've been in the hospital. And my last time there was my shortest stay. I was like, okay, I voluntarily, I was like, okay, I'm listening to the people talk, right? Because I can't go to sleep at night because I'm so hopped up on drugs, and they just gave me medication, and the medication and weed doesn't interact well in my system. So I'm like hopped up and I can't sleep. Like I'm tossing and turning. I'm trying to sleep and shit. And I'm just hearing their voices, and they're just talking to each other really loudly. And your door has to be slightly open because you're in holding. And I just hear them talking, and they're just like, yeah, yeah, her, their brother was like watching porno or something like that right in front of them, and they want to press charges, and they're like, no, no, I didn't want them to press charges. Like, this is what I'm hearing. This is what I'm hearing. Like, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then the guy starts talking about going in involuntary or voluntary. And he was explaining it. He was like, involuntary means that you have to meet with a judge every 2 weeks, and they cannot let you out until you see that judge. So even if you are ready to leave in week 1, you have to wait till week 2 to get out of the hospital for the judge to be like, okay, it's okay for you to leave. But if you go involuntarily, it's a much more quicker process. You get to go in to the hospital right here. They won't ship you out, because if you go involuntary, they'll ship you out to another hospital. That hospital can be an hour away. It could be 20 minutes away. You don't know where you're going to be. But if you go involuntarily, they have beds in the hospital that you're at right now. So they'll take you to a local hospital, and that local hospital has beds, and they take care of people in the hospital. If you go involuntary, they ship you out to another hospital, to this makeshift place for mental patients. And that's mostly like jail. Every 2 weeks, you have to meet with the judge, and you have to plead your case, and you have to be like, yeah, I'm sane, I'm perfectly fine. But if you go involuntarily, what they'll do is that they'll still give you that 2 week time frame for the medication to kick in. If the psychiatrist doesn't think that you are reacting well to the medication, like for me, for example, I was in there and I wasn't taking my meds. Like, I was pretending to swallow it, and then I would walk back to my room and I would fucking spit it out and toss it into the toilet, and nobody noticed except for the psychiatrist. The psychiatrist didn't want me to leave because she's like, I don't know what's going on with you. Like, this is a controlled environment. I don't know what's going on. But there was a lot of factors that played into that. But honestly, she was like, they were getting more information on me, and they were like, the stories that I'm hearing, you're sounding crazier and crazier, so I have to keep you under observation for longer. Eventually, she had to let me go because the judge was like, all right, let this kid go. And that took a month. That was the longest that I was in the hospital for. Fucking month, dude. Fucking month. I can't fucking believe it. Like, it's so aggravating. Like, it pisses me off to no end. Like, for me to be in that state of mind, to be like hiding my medication and fucking just lying the whole time and just biding my time, and I'm just like, I'm never going to take the medication ever again. That's how I was. And I was like, I'm not taking the shot, because when I took the shot, I was so fucking depressed, and I didn't feel right. Like, everything was fine. Yes, I could drive, I can go to work, but at work, I felt so suicidal. I was just like, bro, I do not want to fucking be here. This fucking sucks. And when COVID happened, that's when I was on the shot. When COVID happened, I was getting out of work as soon as I could. Like, I could only take 2 hours of work, and I was just like, bro, I can't do this. I was working at Amazon, and Amazon is a terrible place to work, especially if you have mental health problems. It's just that much worse because it's just mundane work. You do the same thing over and over again, right? And you're just doing the same thing over and over again. And you just don't feel right. Like, when I first walked in there, bro, I was just like, bro, I feel like I'm going to kill myself. Like, Holy shit. But I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything to anybody. I was just like, bro, I think this medication is too fucking strong. But I'm the type to not say anything and just grit with the fucking pain. And my sister says, she's like, you need to stop doing that. Like, it's the stigma of being a man. You think that you have to go with everything. Like, you have to go with all the pain and everything, but you have to speak out. But yeah, bro, I was sitting there, I was going into work so fucking suicidal. So fucking suicidal. But yeah, a fucking month long, bro. A fucking month long. And I just thought of a new idea of something that could be useful. I have so many fucking ideas, but like, I swear nobody has any motivation to do anything, even if they have money. Like Matt fucking has so much fucking money and all he does is spend it on a girl. I'm sitting here like, bro, if I were you, if I were fucking you, I would be making business after fucking business, idea after fucking idea. I would be like, yo, I have an idea, let's do this. Yo, I have a fucking idea, let's do this. I'll be in my car just fucking driving, but like, I swear, bro, like nobody has any motivation. All right, let me check this camera. I'm going to check the volume because I've done this before where I've recorded very long times and it turned out that like fucking it wasn't recording my voice or anything like that. So I was just wasting my time recording. So I'm going to pause this real quick. I'm going to check the recording and then we're going to start back up. I have to go meet with fucking Ryan and Marcus today. We're going to get some ramen. I asked Ryan if he wanted to get some ramen way earlier on, like early in the week, and he took off today. He's one of my good friends. May wants me to say that she's her best friend. She does not want me to say that Ryan's my best friend too. Like, she's fucking hilarious, but she calls me literally all the time. So it's crazy how best friends change. Friendship changes. But all right, let me pause this. I wonder how it looks. Hold on, let me. All right, so you can see me. This is a surveillance type of recording. So like, I'm going to be watching TV. I'm going to be working on the computer, but I'm going to be talking at the same time because I have a lot to say. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to say it. But yeah, this is 11, 13, 14-minute recording. First recording on my Nikon Z30. It looks really nice. Like, I can see it. I'm really happy about this buy. I was sitting here thinking, like, how am I going to record these hour-long videos? Because I don't want to put it on my phone because it's going to upload to fucking Google Drive and it's going to take up so much space. So I'm really starting to try to think that maybe I don't need everything because, oh shit, what was that? Crap, what was I thinking about? Okay, so it's going to be voice recognition. So it's going to listen to you all the time and it's going to record everything that you're saying and it's going to put it on in a document form. So I'm thinking like, what if it just processes what you say and it just records what you're saying and it only saves it as a document. It does not save your voice or anything like that. So that way it saves a lot of space. So like I'm sitting here talking, right? And it's going to be like on my computer where it's like recording everything that I'm saying, is catching all my words, but you're going to have to install it in your house because it's going to have to be microphones. It's going to have to be able to pick up what you're saying. Hmm. I'm thinking into the future, bro. Yeah, that's really hard to do. I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking how hard that is because I have to be all the way to fuck over here. But you can wear a little microphone, right? Right. What am I gonna call it? So this idea is for people that have short-term memory loss, like aphasia, people with aphasia, because like I was just talking right there, and I probably just rode with the punches right there, and you didn't even notice. But like, I forgot what I was saying, bro. I literally forgot. I don't know what the fuck I was saying. So I was just like, all right, let me just stop talking right there. Like, I forgot the beginning part. Like, what was I talking about? Like, we were talking about Jake Harlow. Right, right, right. I have to get ready, bro. My hair. Oh, shit. So I said gear. I put it as gear. I don't know why. Record what you are saying and immediately puts it in this transcript. It doesn't save your voice recording. It simply transcribes everything you say. And I'm talking back and forth with, all right, I'm going to pause this. I'm talking, bro. I'm fucking see. I'm telling you, bro.